As we age, we begin to realize that the relationships we have with our children can evolve in ways we never quite anticipated. We raised them, nurtured them, gave them everything we could to help them succeed, and in turn, we expect their respect, gratitude, and attention. But what happens when you notice that, as time goes by, your children start to disrespect you, ignore your advice, or worse, seem to drift away emotionally? It's painful, it's hurtful, and it's not something we often talk about. First off, let me tell you this. You are not alone. Many older adults go through this, and it's an incredibly difficult experience. But here's the key thing you need to understand. Reacting with anger or frustration only worsens the situation. The relationship with your children doesn't have to be filled with tension or resentment. You can still have peace in your life and in your heart, even if your children don't give you the respect you deserve right now. So what can you do? Stay calm and take these steps. When you grow older, you might notice your children become preoccupied with their own lives, whether it's their career, their families, or their busy schedules. And this doesn't mean that they love you any less. Sometimes it's just a natural part of their journey. However, when this shift results in a lack of respect or outright ignorance, it's painful. It feels like you're being pushed to the side, like you're no longer a priority. Your children are grown, and they are facing their own set of challenges and stressors. They might be dealing with work pressures, their own relationships, or financial struggles. The emotional distance you're feeling isn't a reflection of your worth. It's not a reflection of you as a person. Sometimes people withdraw because they don't know how to communicate or express their feelings. They might feel overwhelmed by life, and instead of leaning on you, they distance themselves because they're struggling to manage everything on their plate. This doesn't excuse poor behavior, but understanding that their lack of attention is not a reflection of their love for you can help take the edge off your emotions. The key here is empathy. Your child's world might be vastly different from yours, and this difference in experience can cause misunderstandings. But this is a chance to approach things with patience and love. If the lack of respect or attention becomes more obvious or hurtful, you need to address it, but in a calm, non-confrontational manner. This is important. If you approach your child in anger, you're likely to shut down any opportunity for a constructive conversation. Instead, express how you feel calmly and without blame. Acknowledge that you understand they may be busy, but that you also need to be treated with respect and consideration. Share that you value your relationship with them and would like to connect more. Use I statements like, "I feel lonely," or "I miss our time together," instead of "you never call me," or "you never listen." This will help avoid them becoming defensive and open the door to a more compassionate dialogue. Remember, it's about expressing your feelings while remaining receptive to theirs as well. Keep in mind, too, that sometimes people don't even realize they're neglecting someone until it's pointed out to them gently. A major aspect of growing older is learning to be emotionally independent. It's easy to feel like your happiness hinges on how your children treat you, but this is dangerous thinking. You are still a full, valuable person outside of your relationship with them. If they are disrespecting you or ignoring you, it's important to not internalize their actions as a reflection of your value. Engage in activities that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. Focus on your hobbies, friendships, and any passions you have. Volunteer, join a club, take up a new class, whatever gives you a sense of purpose. You are not just a parent. You are a complete person with an identity that is unique to you. Find the strength to seek out respect from yourself first and not rely solely on external validation. Sometimes the more you push for attention or respect, the more your child might retreat. If the relationship is strained, it may take time for things to heal. Sometimes giving space is the best way to encourage positive change. Give them room to reflect on their actions and their relationship with you. Your patience will show them that you are open, that you love them unconditionally, and that you are not demanding respect, but rather modeling it. While you should always be patient and empathetic, it's also important to maintain healthy boundaries. If your child is being disrespectful in ways that affect your mental or emotional well-being, it's okay to set limits. You don't have to tolerate toxic behavior, and you deserve to be treated with dignity, no matter your age. Let your children know what you are and aren't willing to accept, but do so in a loving and respectful way. Set boundaries without making them feel like they're being punished. This could be as simple as saying, "I need more space from these negative conversations," or "I need you to be more considerate when we talk." Boundaries help preserve your peace and show them that your relationship is based on mutual respect. If your relationship with your children continues to deteriorate despite your best efforts, it might be helpful to seek professional help. Sometimes a therapist or family mediator can provide a neutral space for both parties to express their feelings and work toward reconciliation. You don't have to navigate this alone. Sometimes, the input of an experienced professional can break through communication barriers and help both sides heal. Growing older can bring its share of challenges in relationships with our children, especially when it feels like they're not respecting us or acknowledging our needs. But it's important to stay calm, focus on your own emotional well-being, and approach the situation with patience and understanding. Communicating openly, setting boundaries, and practicing self-care can make a world of difference in your relationship with your children. And remember, the most important thing is to never lose sight of your own worth. You are valuable, you are loved, and you deserve to be treated with respect no matter what.